All right, what we have on this vehicle is when you accelerate, it's a very common problem. When you accelerate, you're going up a hill, you're passing somebody or whatever under heavy acceleration for more than like say 10 or 15 seconds if you're climbing a hill, you lose vacuum supply to the dashboard, which runs your controls. The face vents stop blowing air. The air shuts off and actually starts blowing out of the dashboard up here on the windshield. This right here is an air selector actually. It has vacuum lines on the back of it, and it has electrical switches that turn on the AC compressor and send other signals. So when you turn it, you'll hear a hissing sound that changes the different modes. We took it apart, we tested it, it's working good. Okay, how it works is this controls in the dashboard these solenoids that open and close. When you apply vacuum to it, it moves this arm, and then this happens. You hear that noise, it sucks air and blows into changes the airflow of the vents. All right, so this one had a problem. How it works is, this red line is the supply from the engine. It pulls air this way, sends vacuum through this black line that runs underneath this air, the HVAC heating and air conditioning box, underneath the battery, inside the fender. Inside here is a vacuum reservoir in a nice cool place. Those fail, pretty common. It's very difficult to take this apart and change it, and easy repairs to add a vacuum reservoir. So what most people do is they just take this and they redirect the air, run an air line into the dashboard, into a vacuum reservoir, and a vacuum reservoir holds air, and as you accelerate, it uses that as its flow to keep it going. Okay, what we have here is somebody has added a reservoir inside the engine bay, right on top of the engine, in the hottest part of the vehicle. So right in here is what they added. This is great, it works okay, but after about 5 or 6 hours, this is such a tremendous amount of heat inside this engine housing that air expands. So then you have a vacuum, you know, a need for vacuum, but you got hot air that's expanding. So you're negating your purpose. Now, so we tested all the components and we found one failure in a real critical piece. So this is the failure. Our vacuum check valve. And we also found that they had the wrong vacuum hose on there. So let's test the vacuum valve and see. Well, the first thing I would like to show is the vacuum hose that they use. This is the hose we're going to use. We have a new roll here. We've connected it up there. This is the hose that they were using. So if you see, this is larger. This is larger than the other one. If you put them up side by side, so this is the one that they had. We'll put it in here, and you see it just drops in. See that? That shouldn't happen. We're talking about vacuum, so we need a tight fit. So we're going to use the correct size hose, which is a smaller size, and it's got to be pressed in. Okay, so what I'm going to use the proper hose, and I'm going to test this check valve for back pressure. You're supposed to pull air through there, and as air goes away here, you're not supposed to have any flow this way. So as you can see, it's not very fast, but the valve is going down. So we do have airflow going the wrong direction. So in a high stress situation, we lose vacuum through our check valve, which is supposed to save our vacuum. The second problem I found is up here in where they had added the new vacuum hose. These are all glued in these are all glued in pieces. So as you can see, the one that they took off to add is a soft silicone hose that was that was glued down. So I almost had to like cut it off. So what we did is we used the right size hose that fits real tight on the supply line, and then we put a little dab of glue on it. So this is all glued in and sealed in now, and we have the hose running through the dashboard right here, and we're going to add a proper vacuum reservoir. We don't need one this big. I mean, that's a pretty good size vacuum reservoir. And we're going to add one underneath the dash in this area that has a built-in check valve. So we're actually going to have 2 check valves, so a safe valve. So we're going to replace this one that's on our supply line in the dashboard, up in the firewall on the top, and then we're going to have a vacuum reservoir that has a built-in check valve, a 2-hole reservoir, the built-in check valve, and then we'll retest.